Camcat Publishing presents New Eden by Ruth Fox, narrated by Emily Wu Zeller. For Ryder, Quinn, and Whitley. Chapter 1. The darkness of space filled with the sudden, menacing presence of a comet. A brilliant trail of fire drifted behind it, transforming it into a small, fierce needle headed directly for their shuttle. Somewhere to her left, an alarm began to blare. Kim gripped the armrests of her chair. "Adonai?" "I think I've got it." He tapped at the holo controls hovering above the shuttle's main console, quickly drawing a kanji against his palm before his hands moved, impossibly fast, back to the steering controls. The shuttle lifted its nose. The comet was still some distance, 5.7 miles away, 5.6, 5.5, but Kim wasn't sure their current speed would be enough to move them out of its trajectory. "Adonai! We need more—" The last word stuck in her throat as the small shuttle made a sudden turn. The inertial dampeners compensated, but on a ship this small, that compensation was limited. Kim felt herself being pushed into her co-pilot's chair. The thrust was enough to shoot them straight out of the path of the comet, but it was also enough for Kim to feel like her brain was being squished through a sieve. Gray spots danced at the edge of her vision, and she breathed deeply, knowing her body needed oxygen. "I apologize, Kim," the droid said as the shuttle evened out. "It's okay. This is only our 4th time out, Adonai. But I need you to anticipate a bit more. If an object is on your scanners, the computer will do some of the work for you, but it can't do everything." "I understand." Kim breathed a sigh, trying to bring her heart rate back down to an acceptable level, and reminding herself that the comet had only been a hologram, concocted by the shuttle's systems, and nothing about the simulation had actually put them in any danger. Taking Adonai out on these runs in the shuttle had taken some convincing. Lieutenant Grand wasn't exactly Kim's biggest fan, and after the first one, where he'd almost accelerated them straight into Seiiki's starboard hull, it had been tricky to get him to agree to more sessions. If Kim wasn't so sure that Adonai needed these sessions, she would have abandoned the idea altogether. If it was just that Adonai enjoyed learning to pilot, she could have passed the idea off as frivolous and not something she needed to add to her already bulging workload. But it was more than that. These sessions gave him, she was coming to understand, a meaningful place.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?